All right, final guest for today. Have you ever wanted to get delivery and you thought nothing of it? You went on your phone and you went on the Uber Eats app or Grubhub or DoorDash, Postmates, Bite Squad. They've been popping up like hotcakes. But there's a problem. And the problem is what we're going to discuss right now. And it's a problem for restaurant owners, but consumers don't realize it's a problem. My next guest, so if you're a restaurant owner, I want you to watch this segment. If you're a consumer who orders delivery, I want you to watch this segment. My next guest is a serial entrepreneur with a heart. He saw a problem that restaurant owners were having, and he recently created a business called Liberta that solves the issue completely. Liberta in Italian means freedom. And my final guest for tonight, Paul Mikel. I can't wait to tell you guys what he did with this company, Liberta. Hi, Paul. How are you?
Hey, Taylor. How are you? Can I do one thing before we start?
Sure.
Everybody else got to show pictures, and I didn't get my mom a Mother's Day picture, so I just want to show her.
Oh.
Get her anything. And then the most important part of this is former NFL quarterback Tony Romo, and this is my kid. So that's it.
See, if I had that picture, I would have posted it.
Why don't we
Tony Romo? I couldn't tell.
I just wanted to put Tony Romo up the most, but I had to put my family in too. So.
And your boy, was that Hunter?
Yeah, that's Hunter. He actually works. He does a lot of the deliveries. He just turned 18 a couple of days ago. So.
Well,
Tony Romo is the most important part out of the whole thing.
And I was going to mention Hunter because this show is all about family, and you do work with your family, and you're very close to your family. But you guys, what we really need to discuss is what you created to help restaurant owners fix a problem that has been a problem for a long time. Why don't you tell them? Do you want to tell them what the problem is with these other delivery companies, or shall I?
No, I'll tell you real quickly. The reason why I got in the delivery business is, like you said, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've owned all kinds of different companies. A couple of years ago, I had friends of mine that owned a restaurant delivery service around the country, and they kept coming to me and saying, we should start this together in South Florida. And I said, I'm not into delivery. I don't want, that wasn't something I was interested in. And then I got divorced and delivered a lot of stuff to my ex-wife through an attorney, so I figured out I was good at delivery. So I might as well try it out. And so my friends and I, we started it out here, but I started going, they were running it in the same fashion. They would charge the restaurant a percentage. And that's what most people don't understand, is that restaurants pay a lot of money for someone to deliver their food. And it's crazy. It didn't make any sense to me. I'm not a restaurant person, but I figured that their margins and what they made wasn't extremely high. Right. So now you're paying, and I found out, and I started researching, 20 to 30% in a lot of cases of every order. So on a $100 order, they're paying $20 to somebody to deliver food that people want. And so I started thinking about it. I'm like, do people really care who delivers their food, or do they get that food because they want the food? Mm-hmm. And so it was very frustrating for me. And so I started talking to people, and a lot of people were like, oh, I talked to restaurant owners, and at the time they were getting so many orders coming in and they had their full restaurants. They had the restaurants full of people, so they're making that money. And then the orders come in from these different delivery services, and they were like, okay, so it's just extra money. That's what they thought. Now they're starting to go, wait a minute, because they don't have any full restaurants anymore.
Right.
They're looking at 20 to 30% on every order. We barely even make that. I saw something, and I won't say the name, but one of the big companies, a restaurant, posted what they had to pay, $1,000 in orders, and they only got about $374 after everything. They said that barely covered the cost for food.
I will say something right now, because I am the friend to a lot of small restaurant owners. I do happen to know that Uber Eats charges as much as 36%. They can't come back and yell at me, because they do. That's what they do. They charge as much as 36% on a takeout order to the restaurant owner. Now watch this. They're also charging the consumer. So when you dial up Uber Eats and you get your food, you're paying a delivery fee, and you're going to pay a tip, and maybe you're going to pay some little convenience fee or something like that.
Taxes and that.
From the consumer, but they're also getting up to 36% from the restaurant owner. Now, Maria, over at your Greek cousin in West Palm Beach.
We're meeting with her on Monday, as a matter of fact.
Good, because she said, do you know a good lawyer? And I'm like, what's the matter? And she said, I have been trying during this whole coronavirus thing to get in touch with, to ask Uber Eats to lower the percentage. Please, we're dying here, from 30%. They got it at 30, right, from 30% to at least 25. And they told her no. They told her no. And she can't get out of it because she's in a freaking contract. So it's not with Uber Eats. It's Grubhub is taking about 25%. It's usually between 25 and 32%. And the restaurants' margins are so thin right now anyway, and they have to pay for plates like this and takeout stuff. And
another thing that they do too a lot of times is they not only charge the restaurant, they sometimes will also raise the prices of the food.
Oh, so yeah.
On their website or their app, you don't even realize that maybe they've raised it 10% across the board on everything. Plus, they could be making up to 40-50% on every order.
Yeah, it's really highway robbery, and restaurants are sick and tired of it, and they're dropping these companies. But the reason they paid in the first place, the reason they sign up with them in the first place, is because those companies have a large audience. Uber Eats has thousands and thousands of people, so they figure, okay, well, I'm getting the exposure on their app, so I'm willing to pay that. Don't do it. I'll tell you why.
In reality, a lot of times, I tell restaurant owners all the time, I'm like, you know what? These people, you may get a little bit of extra business because somebody sees you, but 9 times out of 10, the people are coming and getting your food because they love your food.
Right. They don't
they don't care who delivers it. They don't care where they want your food, especially if it's local restaurants.
Right.
They want that food.
So the point is, you came up with a solution, My Liberta, kind of a strange name for a food delivery company, My Liberta. It's
freedom Italian. We wanted to have freedom for freedom for the restaurants and freedom for the consumers. And yes, it's a weird name, but once people get used to it, my friends have come up with, and Mo and Sally, he came up with a lot of different words for it that weren't arable. But I mean, it's a weird name. But nowadays, nobody really cares about the name because you click on it anyway. You can go to our app, all those kind of things. But we wanted to do a theme where one of my business partners, I have 3 business partners, Giorgio Schiavone, Pedro Linares, and Eric Solms. And Giorgio, his father came from Italy. And we kind of patterned the whole company as a tribute to his father and his family. And he passed away a few years ago. And it's amazing that the response we've gotten lately, I used to go and beg restaurants and talk to them because we deliver from anyone. We're not stuck with any one restaurant because we don't raise the solution to the problem you talked about. Is it okay if I talk about that now?
Yeah, that's what I want. That's okay. The point.
So, I didn't know if you were there yet. But so the solution we came up with is, instead of charging a percentage, instead of charging the restaurants, we charge a $5 flat fee to the consumer, which is the one that's wanting the service anyway.
Exactly.
I tell people all the time, I use an example. When you go, my mentor taught me facts tell, stories sell. When you go to a restaurant and they have valet parking out front, you tip and pay the valet parker. The restaurant doesn't come outside and pay for your privilege of having the valet. So we decided to do it that way. We don't charge the restaurant anything. My goal is for the restaurant to not have to deal with us at all. We charge a $5 fee at $2.99. Thank you. We charge a $2.99 delivery fee that goes straight to our driver. And then if you want to tip, you can. And our drivers work off tips. We also, a lot of these delivery services on their app, they don't have a place where you can tip the restaurant staff. And that's another reason the restaurant staff didn't like it, because they're preparing all this food, getting everything ready, and then they don't get any compensation for it because the driver that's coming in from DoorDash, Uber Eats, now you said their names, I don't care either. But I mean, they're coming in and those drivers aren't going to tip. With us, it goes directly on and we pay. And we pay up front. They don't have to wait for the money. My mentor taught me a long time ago, if you find big solutions to big problems, you get big paychecks. So my thing is, if we can do volume over I mean, if I do 5,000 orders in a month at $5 a piece, that's $25,000 a month. I can live on that.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's okay.
Nationwide. So we've developed apps. We're in the process of finishing up our website, and we're getting better every day. And now it's really exciting for us because we have restaurants coming to us left and right, and you've helped us so much.
Should be. I mean, it doesn't make sense if you guys exist and you're not charging the restaurants. Listen to me, restaurants. They're not charging the restaurants a percentage. And they when you guys delivered La Masseria to me.
That was awesome.
Last Thursday, the food was phenomenal, and you guys delivered from a restaurant that is over 10 miles away. I looked on a competitor's website to see if La Masseria would actually be delivered by that company to my home. I'm not in their delivery area, but you guys do a 15-mile. Is that correct?
Yeah, we do. I mean, we do, because we can get anywhere in this area within a certain amount of time. As of right now, we do it for a flat fee of $5. I mean, with our drivers, we may have to raise it a tiny bit if you go over a mile. You know, we haven't decided yet. But you know, the further away, it costs us a little bit more. But my goal is in the next couple of years to put these guys out of business if I can possibly do it.
Well, you're doing, I mean, the right thing to do is do well by the restaurants, because the restaurants are your bread and butter. If you eat your young, you won't have a business. And that's what's going to happen to these guys. They're going to implode because they're screwing over their meal tickets, basically.
Right.
And they're getting paid on both sides. My Liberta does not get paid on both sides. You guys have an app. Go look on the App Store or iPhone, whatever it is.
They can go to our website right there and download. They can click a button and they'll go straight to the website.
I'm not getting your website on my computer, so I'm just.
Everybody else in the world is. I'm sending my IT guys to your house. You're important to us.
No, because Judy's not getting it either. I don't know what's
going on. She told me that yesterday. I don't know why, because I went to 6 different computers and it worked.
Really? Okay.
Maybe DoorDash and Uber Eats are blocking you.
They could be doing that, but I do have the app on the phone, and you guys are just ramping up now. So you're mostly North County, is that correct? Like the Jupiter, Palm Beach Gardens, North Palm Beach area?
Yes.
Okay.
We're expanding quickly, and we do another thing that they don't do. Most of them will never ever take an order over the phone because they just don't. And if the restaurant's not on their app, you can't order from them.
Right.
But you can call 888-342-1067, and you'll get our amazing staff that does dispatch. And you know, they're not only knowledgeable, but they're friendly, they're helpful. And there's a lot of people nowadays that even still today don't want to. We're in South Florida. I don't know if you know, there's a few older people in this area. They don't like to use phones. I mean, apps and things. So they call our phone number. If we don't have the restaurant on our app, we'll still take the order. We'll call it up. We'll put it in for them. Our goal is customer service on both sides, as much as we can for the restaurant and as much as we can for our customers at home. You know, all our drivers wear masks. They wear the gloves.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
But he won't do it.
When I got my food delivered, the driver was so pleasant. She was wearing a mask. She was wearing gloves. I had absolutely no complaints, was right there on time and delivered the food hot, fresh, and delicious. And I was blown away. And I just wanted to give you this time on the air because what you're doing helps the restaurant. It doesn't hurt them. I really want every single restaurateur to give you a call, 888-342-1067.
Got it up on the thing.
Oh, there it is. Okay, good. There you go. Because you really are helping. And if my Liberta is not in your area, if you're watching, up in Fort Pierce or something like that, do me a favor. Before you go to one of the apps, call the restaurant directly and ask them if they do in-house delivery. Because always go in-house when you can.
If there's anyone looking for something to open, we're looking for people to help us be owner-operators in different cities. Because unlike the big guys, we want to have somebody in each city so they can help and make sure things go right. And we're looking to expand very, very quickly. So if there's anyone in those areas, we're looking for people to help us open up in those areas so we can help restaurants as well. Well,
that's really good to know as well. Well, Paul, again, my Liberta, it means freedom. Freedom from 36% from restaurants. Right. And hold on, you have a special going in May for the consumer on Friday.
Every Friday we do free delivery Friday. Just a secret, your first order is free with us anyway. But on Fridays, we're doing it for everyone. You go to our website. You actually can go call us, 888-342-1067. If there's a supper club that we don't have up on our website or our apps, we'll get those for you. We want to help as much as we can. We want to do as much as we possibly can. We've been doing a lot of free deliveries with Eat Palm Beach and those places. We do a lot of deliveries for all kinds of places. Pizza Girls, you just helped us get with them. They're amazing. I sit and talked to Phoebe the other day for about 30-40 minutes, and it's really exciting to talk to these people. And these really aren't just businesses they just started for fun. This is their blood, sweat, and tear, and and we need to all make sure that we're helping them stay in business as much as possible.
I want you to get with Mark and Karen at Pelican Cafe too, because they're doing in-house delivery. They stopped their other delivery services because of percentage. Restaurants cannot afford it right now. They can't. Go call direct or call My Liberta or look at the website. And if you don't see something in your area, go to the search bar in there, and they will still deliver from that restaurant if it's not in their circumference.
We'll deliver. I have friends of mine at alcoholdelivery.com. I mean, a buddy of mine opened a business like that. Like, things are changing on a daily basis. So, oh, look at that. I should have gone to your house for this show.
I think I lost my fork. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but we got to wrap it up. I'm a half an hour late now.
We appreciate you letting me on.
But so many good people to talk to, so many people that are helping out restaurant owners, and you are one of them. And congratulations on what you're doing. You're part of the solution, not part of the problem.
Thank you so much.
Paul Mikel, look them up on Facebook. My Liberta, or myliberta.com. Here is the award-winning pineapple upside down cake. I think I don't have my fork anymore. This is from Pelican Cafe. Karen Howe's mom, this is her recipe. It won second place in the Foodie Awards a few years back, only to Cafe Europe, who took first place. I should be doing this with a fork, but I don't have one. So, oh my God. Oh my God. It's so moist. It has a consistency of like a rum cake. Oh my God, there's walnuts in it. This is unbelievable. I'm all set for the rest of the day. My name is Taylor Morgan. I know we went long again. I thank you so much for tuning in. The show is called Taste Local. We're live every Tuesday and Thursday from 2 to whenever the hell we want to get off the air. And next Tuesday, we have another really, really, really great show. Frank Eucalito of Cafe Chardonnay and No Anchovies. He just opened that up again in Palm Beach Gardens. Will be along. George Patty from Meat Eatery and Tap Room in Boca. And he's also got a location in Isla Morada. Allison Lawler at Bobby Rubino's in Stewart. And also Zach Bell, James Beard Award nominated chef that is now working with Clay Connolly at Bucan and Grotto. And those will be my guests on Tuesday. I'm the owner of LocalDines.com. We've been down for day 48, but this is my way of just supporting local restaurateurs. And it's a passion of mine. And if you've watched this long today, it's a passion of yours too. So have a great weekend. Please be safe, stay healthy. And until we eat again, support local.